useful and functional and productive and valuable to God. He was still important and significant to God. And that's a word for about 475 of you in here tonight who have been dropped and dumped, dismissed, discarded, left behind, and kicked to the curb. Don't you ever tie the meaning and the value of your life and your experiences to the conflicts and opinions and attitudes that other people have about you. Don't let them prognosticate about your future, because your meaning, your significance, your value ought not be determined by them. It ought to be determined by Him. When people see you as useless, God sees you as useful. You are significant to God. You are meaningful to God. You are loved by God. You are cherished by God. You are valuable to God. Have I got any radical saints in the house tonight? Look at your neighbor like you got attitude and say, I am still valuable to God. See, I might not be valuable to you, but I am still valuable to God. And how valuable are you? You are valuable enough for God to still wake you up in the morning, for God to still breathe breath in your body, for God to still keep you alive, for God to still keep you moving, for God to keep the malignant forces at bay that want to destroy you. You are still valuable to God. This man was left for dead, and he was as good as dead in the minds of those who dumped him, dropped him, discounted him, discarded him, and dismissed him. He was easy prey for any predator who wanted to take him out, and yet he remained alive. God kept the vultures, the lions, the bears, the wolves, the snakes, the hyenas away from him. In the absence of appropriate sunscreen, God protected him from sunstroke. God kept him alive. And I wonder, is there anybody in here tonight who is not ashamed to testify that God kept you alive when you were in a weakened condition? You ought to go on and testify. Look at your neighbor, say, God kept me alive. See, God kept you from opportunistic entities that wanted to capitalize on your vulnerability. God protected you from all the hoochie mamas and the gold diggers. God protected you from all the pimps and the sugar daddies. God kept you from, so that the blazing heat of adversity didn't take you out. And why did He do it? He did it because you matter. He did it because you're important. He did it because you're significant. He did it because you have purpose. He did it because He ain't through with you yet. He did it because there's rhyme and reason to your life. If you ever again doubt your importance or your value, all you've got to do is look back over your shoulder and see what God has already brought you through and kept you from. Look over your shoulder and remember when nobody thought you would make it. And if the truth be told, you doubted your own survival, and yet God kept you in the midst of it all, because you are somebody special. Oh, I wish y'all felt that tonight. You look at your neighbor right now, look him right now and say, you ain't never seen nothing like this. I am special to God. I am valuable to God. I am one of a kind. When He made me, He broke the mold. And you don't have to appreciate me, but I am a gift to somebody. This man had been wounded, he had been dropped, he had been abused, he had been mistreated, he had been talked about, lied on, looked over, kicked to the curb, disrespected, left for dead, but God kept him alive. And that's somebody's testimony in here tonight. You're looking at your life saying, my haters said I was finished, my enemies thought I was gone, my critics said I didn't matter, they did everything they could to hurt me and destroy me, but some way, somehow, God kept me alive. I must be somebody special. See, being left for dead doesn't mean you have to die. That God is keeping you alive because you are important to God. You have value, you have meaning, and you have significance. Can I go a little further?